Millions of people travel to Ayodhya every year, bringing small fractions of their life savings. Farmers bring their crop earnings, mothers bring their household cash, all with the absolute belief that this money goes straight to their deity. To protect those donations, an infrastructure was built that rivaled modern banks. The trust constructed a specialized counting room, monitored by TCS-managed CCTV cameras, staffed by State Bank of India officials, and overseen by multiple layers of audit teams. Yet, despite these intense layers of surveillance, a group of local workers earning barely 12,000 rupees a month managed to bypass this fortress and walk out with millions. This heist succeeded by exploiting a legal vulnerability engineered directly into the foundation of the temple's administration. In February 2020, the government established the Sri Ram Janmabhoomi Tirth Kshetra to manage the temple's construction and finances. Crucially, they designated it as an autonomous private trust. This specific autonomous status legally shielded the trust from the Right to Information Act. While the public was encouraged to donate, they were completely blocked from legally requesting official records of how their money was being managed. Red flags appeared quickly. 7 months later, a private audit firm evaluated the setup and explicitly warned that the financial management was dangerously uncoordinated and highly vulnerable to theft. That warning was quietly filed away. By disabling public oversight and ignoring early audit warnings, this legal framework effectively allowed a massive public religious trust to operate as a completely unmonitored financial black box. To execute a theft inside a room filled with auditors, the operators first needed to control who was actually doing the counting. They bypassed standard professional hiring protocols for the private security and banking staff. Instead of vetted professionals, the positions were filled through pure nepotism. Nephews, drivers, and close associates of the trust members were brought in to handle the cash, earning meager salaries of around 12 to 20,000 rupees a month. Because these local hires already knew each other, their initial method was incredibly simple. They memorized the exact blind spots of the surveillance system and deliberately stood shoulder to shoulder to block the camera lenses. While the cameras were blocked, operators slid thick bundles of 500 rupee notes into their pockets. They would then ask to use the adjacent washroom, stash the bundles inside, and divide the cash after their shifts ended. The most significant threat to the treasury wasn't a breach from the outside, but the deliberate installation of a workforce whose primary qualification was their personal relationship to the trust members. Eventually, the missing stacks of high-denomination notes raised suspicions. With extra guards deployed to the counting room, pocketing cash became too risky. The group had to invent a mathematically invisible way to steal. Rules required cash bundles of exactly 100